Mr. Deangelo. I got my client, Deangelo, in the building. Of course, you guys know who I am, Harry King Holmes. Welcome to the Empower Your Fitness Empire YouTube channel. My client, Deangelo. You introduce yourself, man.
Absolutely. So my name is Deangelo, fitness and nutrition coach. I've been in the industry for over 12 years, and I started my career just doing in-person training, like just one-on-one training like everybody else. And, moving forward, just wanted to learn how to actually make money online. You would see it on the internet, everybody's talking about online training, but just didn't really know where to start. I tried it on my own, really no success, I seen Coach Harry's ad, and I was just like, you know what, let me look into it, binge watch his content. Moving forward, I'm having some success online now.
Yeah, cool. And we gonna dive into it. We're definitely gonna dive into that, man. So once again, welcome to the Empower Your Fitness Empire podcast and YouTube channel, guys. Of course, my name is Harry King Holmes, and I got my client here, Deangelo. So we like to kind of do these, every now and then where, we bring one of my clients on, right? And of course, y'all hear me all the time. And, of course, you can go to my page and see all the client testimonials, right? But the fitness industry and just the overall online space is in a different space right now. We damn near in a recession. And some people may, they want to take their business to the next level, right? But, it's a lot of scarcity in the industry right now. So I brought my client Deangelo on board, and we're gonna talk about it real quick. Okay, so he kind of gave you guys a run through. So before maybe a few weeks or a couple months before, we bumped heads on Instagram, Deangelo, kind of talk to me about where your business was at that time and some of the things that you were trying to accomplish.
So I would say prior to bumping into you, bro, I was literally doing in person Monday through Friday. I would have about 6-7 clients I would train in person. Mm-hmm. And I was still just trying to figure out, okay, how can I not trade my time for money, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. So I was doing some virtual training. I had some virtual clients setting up on Zoom, doing some virtual training. And I was just doing virtual training and in person. I was like, you know what, the virtual training is cool, but I'm just leaving the gym and getting in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's really I wasn't getting the freedom that I wanted. Right. So, in-person training, virtual training was literally the only thing that I was able to do, because I'm like, how am I going to be able to coach clients without me having to be physically present? You know what I'm saying? So, and then, fast forward, me and you connected and started making those changes.
Yeah, got you. And it's funny because how we bumped heads, I posted a piece of content. I was talking about someone with Trainerize. They shared it on their page. That's how you discovered me, right?
Yeah, it is, bro. So I followed Trainerize, and I seen that you had a post on that page, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that's cool. So I went to your page, and bro, once I went to your page, I literally spent about 30 minutes just browsing through and just binge watching. I was like, okay, this is dope. Bro, definitely relatable. Some good content. He's talking about what I actually want to do. Yeah. He's living the life that I want to live. He's moving how I want to move. And I'm wanting to actually take my business to that level. So I went from your Instagram, went to your YouTube, and from there it was a no-brainer. I had to shoot the message, and then boom, there we go.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm gonna break this down real quick too, because after the first call we had, you was a little hesitant.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So kind of talk to them about those and if you don't mind being transparent, those emotions that was going, because this was your first time investing in a coach and things like that, right?
Yeah, it was, bro. And I definitely be transparent with it. So I was definitely hesitant because it was like, all right, cool. So I know this is high ticket. I know this can take my business to the next level. And I was telling you, I had previously talked with other coaches a year or so before. And I was still stuck in that, is it right for me, that hesitation phase. And I was just like, if I don't make this investment, all I'm going to do is be in the same position every year, knowing that I need to do this, but I'm just not willing to make the investment. So, when we got on the call and we talked, I was just like, you know what? I asked you, I remember it, bro. I was like, what would you do if you was me? And you was like, bro, you can't think about now. You got to think about your future self. And that right there stuck for me, because nobody ever told me, don't think about the current Deangelo. Who does Deangelo want to be in the next 5 years? Right. And that was my decision making right there. I talked it over with the wife, bro, and then that was it.
That was it, yeah. And I remember talking to you too. I'm like, yo, bro is gonna crush it. Bro is gonna crush it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like kind of like once you got over that hump, I mean, I can't remember us like even having like the type of like that was like a one-time conversation about something like that, right? And like after like you got over that and you came in, you did the work, like we started having more higher level conversations, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I don't know like what kind of happened like once you came in, but kind of talk to me about that. Like once you came in, you started doing the work, jumping on the calls, going through the curriculum. Like how were you feeling at like once you got access to the information and started doing
I really feel like, bro, like it was bigger than just me. You know, I became an online coach, right? Like I understood like how to make money online. But I think the biggest thing for me was the transition to becoming a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like my personal development and just my leadership skills. Like it was just like, okay, if this is who you want to be, you're gonna have to get out your comfort zone and be the person that you say you want to be. Yeah. And like when I started watching you and some of the conversations you were having, it was like, you know, it was very comfortable to post the content that I was posting, right? Just kind of be the trainer. But I was like, in order for me to really elevate and be the guy that I want to be, like I gotta do the things that I've never done. Yeah. So I think the leadership was huge. And that's what really allowed me to have the success that I've been having.
Yeah. You definitely been killing it. And I even see you show up as a leader like inside of our community too. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something to highlight too, because I've been in a lot of different programs. I've been to a lot of different rooms, you know, and one thing that I see successful people all have in common, they're really good fucking students and they're really good leaders wherever they go. So the difference between because you got to learn when to turn it on to be a student and when to turn it on to be a leader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like when we're talking, right? Like I'm the mentor, you the mentee. So it's like I'm listening to bro, right? Like he navigated me through this. And when you in front of your peers, and of course with your clients, then you're stepping up as the leader. And I think that's something that a lot of people they may skip that step. Like it's been so many times where I've had mentors and I'm following my mentor around the country, you know, serving him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Serving him and learning from him, you know? So that's where leadership starts, is actually following somebody and you know, learning from them and being student to them, right? And then you be a leader to your peers and things like that. So shout out to you for that, bro.
Nah, thanks, bro. And I think like some of the conversations they was having, like, you know, even the first few weeks into the program, like I was having other ideas and just, you know, just being or some things that you think you should do. And I just remember you bringing me back and like, bro, like I know you got these ideas, but like stick to what's working and don't deviate. And I just had to remember, like, okay, I'm following your lead because you've already, you know, you've been where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So I just realized like it's important for me to just pay attention and just trust the process instead of just trying to jump to every new thing that I saw. So I just really locked in and focused strictly on the program and the process.
Yeah. And that's one of the hardest things to do. Yeah. Because like we sleep, our brain is going. Ideas, you know, we moving around, like, you know, we're consuming, you know, things for our personal and professional development. That's just the way our minds are wired, right?
Right.
But we have to remind ourselves, like, what do I need to do at this stage in my life and this stage of my business? That's one conversation I have with myself all the time. You know what I'm saying? At this stage of even though I'm operating as the person that I want to become, but I still got to focus on like what's right in front of me and what's for me at this moment and stage of my business in my life. So now talk to me about, like, you know, what was your experience? Like, you know, once we started working with each other, you know, like talk to me about like your experience inside of the FBA.
Got you. So my experience really, bro, like I would say the biggest thing that I've learned is like how to transition from in-person to online. Yeah. Like a lot of coaches teach like online, like you have to completely eliminate your in-person training in order to have some success. But like there's a constant breakdown. And I've learned like how to reduce my time. Like, you know, instead of spending 7 to 8 hours in the gym like I was, I'm literally only there 2 to 3 hours. Yeah. So I cut my time in half and I've been able to scale my business online. So that's been the biggest experience that I've learned. Like right when I got in, like I saw success on, okay, bro, like you don't have to spend 7 to 8 hours a day. Like you can group your clients in a semi-private training model and then cut your time in order to have some success online. So that was one of the biggest experiences that I noticed coming right in.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I do want to talk to, well, I want to talk to the audience about, right? Because, prior to you coming, you came in what, like April or something like that?
Yeah. It was late April, early May.
Okay, cool. So prior to you coming on board, when we was running the FEA, we only had it open for women.
Right.
We only had it open for women. Like every now and then, like I'll do like some consultations with a guy or maybe like a few guys that I know. They need some help with their business. I'll do like a VIP day, with them and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this year, God put it on my heart to open it up to guys, right? So we started bringing guys in, right? And be honest with you, one objection that I get is guys will see, they've heard of me or whatever, right? And they be like, okay, like, will this work for guys? And in my head, I think that's a weird question, right? Like, because I want to be like, well, one, I'm a guy.
Yeah.
If anybody, women should be asking me, will this work for me? Right. So, because I'm a guy and, as you know, running the Queen's Project, when I was doing the Queen's Project, we're servicing women, right? So, of course, in my mind, but it's not all about what's in my mind. It's about how the consumer views it, right?
Right.
So in my mind, of course, a guy should do it. And also, shit, in a male-dominated industry, why would you question, will this work for you as long as you're a fitness professional?
Right.
But you kind of talk to me, was that, and just, be honest, right? Yep. Was that like an objection for you when you came in? Like, was it or was it not?
Honestly, bro, like it really was an objection for me. Like I saw, like I knew your audience. Like it was queen this, queen that. Like I knew exactly who you was talking to.
Yeah.
But like if he's able to help these ladies scale their business, clearly, like, his audience is not men, but I knew that I could have some success once I got into the program. Yeah. And for one, bro, I paid more attention to you as a leader and as a mentor. I was like, if I got connected to him, like I know that I'm gonna have some success. Like I'm not worried about who he's coaching, but if I got connected to him and I'm able to work with him, I know the program's gonna work for me.
Facts.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And that's and you hit it right on the head because you said it before I even said it.
Yeah.
Because like I've had male coaches, I've had female coaches, I've had coaches that were older than me, I've had coaches that were younger than me, and prior to the coach that I have now, the previous coach that I had was a woman coach, and I was working with her for about 2 years.
Got you.
And in her program, all women, like it's 97% women, you know what I'm saying? But never did I ever go into the program like, yo, will this work for me? Because she's only worked with women. But one of the things that I look for when I'm working with a coach is how do they move? And the things that I can acquire for them specifically, more so than the things that they actually teach.
Yep, facts.
So when you said like, well, as long as I can have close proximity to Coach Harry, right, and he's gonna coach me and mentor me, right?
I'm gonna win. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
You gonna win.
That's what it was. I saw consistently you show up, you practice what you preach, and I could just tell, like, just you as a leader, like, this is something you've been doing. I mean, you're not just somebody that's on there every now and then. I'm like, all right, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's definitely a leader. Like, I don't care who he's working with, but if I know I can connect with him, I'm gonna win regardless. That was my man.
Cool. So real quick, guys, that has that, like, will this work for me because I'm a guy, blah 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 blah. Like, what would you say to them in like two to three sentences? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say, man, definitely take action. Like, don't overanalyze what's gonna work for you. Like, just come in and do work and just take that step.
Cool.
Yeah, the work and take that step. It'll work for you.
Cool. Now you talk to me about your achievements, the success you've had, since working with us. If you want to talk about how many clients you signed up, dollar amount, like whatever you feel comfortable with sharing. Just kind of talk to us about like, the results that you've gotten so far.
I got you, bro. Yeah, and I'm definitely transparent. I don't mind holding anything back, but like literally, like what was this, April? I would say I came in here, bro. Like right when I came in the program, my first month, like I hit 10 grand. My first, that's a fact. Like I hit 10 grand my first month, and and the funny part about it, bro, is like that's some of my hybrid clients and my online clients, but I've made money online. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, thing. Like, it was like, okay, cool. I'm making 5,000 already, but to be able to grab another 5,000 online when I didn't know how to, that was major. So, my very first month being able to hit 10 grand. And then every month after that, like I've been able to successfully make money online,
Nice.
Last month I hit 8 grand, last month I hit 8 grand again. And it's like the biggest thing that I've been taken away from is, okay, bro, you know how to make money online. So even if, I have my hybrid clients coming in like recurring, but eventually once I build this up, like 2023, I'll be fully online.
Yeah. And one thing I wanna highlight too, guys, like for the audience that's listening, he said his first month he hit 10 grand. Earlier in the conversation, he said he went from training 6 to 7 clients a day to 6 to 7 times a day to how many times?
Yeah. So 6-7 hours a day to 2 to 3 hours a day now.
He cut his time in half and doubled his revenue within his first 30 days.
Yep.
Like that's powerful stuff, guys. You know what I'm saying? So don't downplay that. He cut his time, like give me my time back, and then he doubled his revenue, right? And we still got so much more work to do with this dude. Like it's scary. It's really scary, And one other thing I want you to highlight too, bro. And we was kind of talking about this, not too long ago. Like the difference between, like, of course you get the coaching, but the type of mentorship that you get from me, you know what I'm saying? And like how I'm able to kind of, direct you and kind of navigate you to get other things that's beneficial in your program, like business funding and things like that. Right. And like you said, you had these ideas and I'm like, okay, like stay focused. Right. So you can continue to, scale and do what you need to do. So kind of talk about like the mentorship that you get from me inside of the FEA.
Nah, the mentorship, bro, is next level. Like that's one of the biggest things that I noticed and that I paid attention to. Like I said, your leadership, and then getting into the program to see that you go over and beyond for your clients. So in my business, like of course, like I want to scale, right? I'm working at, I'm training clients in person, but I realized like in order for me to scale online, like I need more time. So I learned how to cut my time in half, make money online, but I'm trying to go further. So now that I've evolved, I'm like, all right, so I want to start looking into some business funding, business credit. So I reach out to you and you literally give me A to Z on what I need to do in order to get the proper funding and capital for my business. So now I'm in a position where I just got funding for my business and I'm about to get approved for business credit. Like there's nobody else out here doing it like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, so like, and with me, like, I'm definitely not like, a financial literacy guru or anything like that. I only coach and mentor like my clients on things that I've done for myself repeatedly. You get what I'm saying? And I stay in my lane with that. So I'm not advertising to you guys like, oh, like, I'm a business funding coach or anything like that. It's just that I can easily navigate somebody through something that I've done for myself numerous times and I help other people do as well. Right. So a lot of that, and that's why we keep like the FEA really, really private, is because the type of attention and the type of service that our clients get from us, right? That our clients get from us. We over and deliver for our clients. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to tell them like how much you spent inside of this coaching program, Deangelo, but you kind of talk to me about like the value that you've got in return compared to the amount that you spent.
Nah, yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer, bro. Like it's extremely valuable. Like, and it's like what's so crazy is like looking at it now. Like if I didn't make the investment, like, bro, I would have still been in the same position, like trying to figure this thing out. And like I've definitely made the all around my investment like immediately. I just said I made 10 grand, in May. So like, yeah, the investment was definitely worth it, and the value is crazy. It's crazy. And like for me, like I already know, like moving forward, like I'm gonna continue to be a member in the FBA because of the value that I'm continually to get. You know what I'm saying? Fact. So value is top notch, bro.
Facts, man. Super glad that we bump heads, man. Like dead serious, bro. Dead serious. Oh. Man. So like, what would you say to any fitness professional? Maybe they listen to it on the podcast, or they, watching it on the YouTube channel, what would you say to them right now? They're on the fence. They've been thinking about joining the FEA, working with myself, and the team, but they just kind of on the fence, so they scared to make an invest. Like, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, like, you got to make a decision, like you told me, like, you got to make a decision on who you want to be in the next 5 years. Like, if you content with where your business is right now, then don't invest. But if you want to be better and you expect your business to hit 6 figures, you got to make the investment. Like, you can kind of sit on the fence and like, I don't know if it's going to be this or that. Well, if your business stays the same, then you're going to be in the same cycle trying to grow. And for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, I looked at somebody that's where I want to be, so the investment was a no-brainer. So I would tell y'all, like, if you own the fence, like, make the investment. That way you can take your business to the next level.
Cool. Yeah, man. Like, it's and I'm gonna piggyback on that just real quick. One of the things, and I've told myself this years ago, like years ago, I'm like, investing in myself does the next level me, right? Like the 8-figure Harry King Holmes. Is he investing in himself every single year? And if so, how much and why, right? And why? So the first investment I looked at, that I made into myself, I was like, this is pennies compared to the amount of money that I'm going to invest in myself every single year, right? This needs to be like something that is just like, oh, like whatever. I don't even see that money go out. At the time, I didn't have a lot of money at all.
Right.
I was thinking of the decision maker that I want to be. And okay, now let's move forward and make the decision. And then every single year, right, let's invest more into this asset. Me. You get what I'm saying? And as long as I invest into this asset, how in the hell could I ever starve? How in the hell could I ever like go broke? And if I did, I'll be able to get it right back in 60 to 90 days because of the information and the value that I've acquired by investing into this asset.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people will look at it as they're investing in that coach or that program. And that's not really the case. You're investing in yourself, but that coach and that program is helping you with the information and the implementation. That's it. But it's still an investment.
And one thing too, like even like the leadership skills are transferable. And even my wife has told me, like, she see the leader that I'm becoming. Like, my business is improving, a husband, as a father. So like even the personal development, like I invested in my business, but also as a person.
Yep.
I'm evolving as a person, and like I'm showing up for my family and my community. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it was like business was key, but now I'm saying like, bro, you a leader all the way around. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah, man. And like, bro, like keep killing it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to, celebrate, the next success. Like, what's your next goal, bro? Like, what is that next goal?
My next goal, bro, like I said it, like, now that I see what 10K feel like, bro, like I gotta go. And not just for the money, bro, too. Like, I do realize, like, once I hit 20K, I'm helping more people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm just trying to hit 20K. Like, I realized hitting 10K, I was able to impact and change more lives. Once I hit 20K, I'm impacting and changing more lives. So that's my next goal: change more lives and get paid while doing it.
Ooh. Let's get you to that 20K then. Let's get you to that 20K. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna celebrate, and we're gonna keep the audience up to date. If y'all you want to let them know like your Instagram and like TikTok. He like a TikTok celebrity too, guys. This dude like TikTok celebrity.
Instagram is Deangelo_True Unique Fitness, and my TikTok is Deangelo_Tough Fitness. So definitely follow me on there. Dropping consistent content, leading the people. Shout out to Coach Harry for teaching me how to show up as a leader. So yeah, y'all follow me.
Cool. Any last words? Anything else, bro?
Nah, I'm good, man. Yeah, like I said, if y'all on the fence, man, yeah, y'all missing out. There's plenty of money to be made, and plenty of people that need y'all help. So yeah, stop waiting.
Cool. Let's go. Let's get it. Cool. So thank you, Deangelo. Appreciate you and your time. I know today is a holiday, so I'm gonna let you get back, with the fam. Hey, listen, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Share this with another fitness professional that needs to see this, and we will see you guys on the next video.
Young Apollo with the win.